to my channel. It's me, Hannah Dye, and today's video I'm really excited to film. I'm going to be talking to you about the first and second trimester and things that I learned in those trimesters. I did intend to do a full video for each trimester, but I'm in the third trimester now, and I think I'm just going to put them together. It's just going to make it a lot easier. I have 5 tips for each, and then I also have a general category that I will go over as well. Also, sipping some Coke. I know it's not pregnancy recommended to drink a lot of caffeine and whatnot, but I'm going to drink this, and then I have a Dunkin', like money on my Dunkin' app, and I'm going to go get Dunkin' coffee for the Mother's Day tea at my church at 3. It's 9 right now, by the way. This actually is one of my points that will come up, but I just want y'all to know I'm not really sorry for doing it. Okay, so let's go ahead with the first trimester and the main thing I wish I would have known going into it. So morning sickness was something I seriously struggled with up until about, it was in the second trimester that it stopped. I think I was week 22-ish when it stopped. I'm currently, as I'm filming this, 29 and 4 days pregnant. So on Tuesday will be 30 weeks, which is ridiculous that I'll have 10 weeks left. I am feeling the lack of air lately a lot. Like I said, morning sickness was something I really struggled with, and one of the biggest triggers of morning sickness for me was water. And just in general, drinking things really upset my stomach. And so I would drink some water because I'm trying to stay hydrated for this baby, and I was constantly throwing it up. I mean, throwing up 4 to 5 times a day. So it was pretty bad. It wasn't quite to that level where they needed to stick an IV in, but it was discussed because it was to the point where I couldn't drink any water. At that point, my mom suggested something, and it became like the best thing I ever did. She told me to get some ice pops, just like those frozen juice pops, basically. And usually it's like water and some flavoring that's frozen. Super duper delicious. And so I did. And that is how I got my water in. And I started noticing that my headache started going away. I was able to keep those down because it wasn't like guzzling water or even sipping on water where it's hitting my stomach so hard. It was a lot softer for me. And so that is like my #1 absolute tip is if you have really bad morning sickness, it doesn't mean you will, because a lot of people get pregnant and don't have it, which is ridiculous and unfair if you ask me. But if you do have it, I really suggest stocking your freezer. I actually still have some from the first trimester that need to be eaten, but definitely get some ice pops. It will completely help your morning sickness. And I've noticed the more hydrated you are, the more that morning sickness is not as intense. The next thing is like a life-changing thing. Some of these things that I'm going to mention, in fact most of them, I learned at the end of the first trimester, and they helped me a lot, or like middle to end. So hopefully these can help y'all as well. But I take a decent amount of vitamins and whatnot. I don't take a traditional prenatal. I used to take this one from Walgreens. But I ended up switching to just taking the folic acid separately, all advised by my doctor. Well, I asked her, told her I want to do this, and she said, okay. Well, I'm paying her, so you know how that works. So I take a lot of pills, and it became really hard on my stomach to be every morning or whatever throughout the day taking all these pills, and it was really triggering that morning sickness. So I don't know where I heard this. Maybe someone suggested it. Maybe I saw it in a video. I don't remember. But I heard taking your pills at night, and I started doing that, and immediately the morning sickness was so much better. I think part of it is you have such an empty stomach in the morning. You might eat something, but if you take those pills pretty soon after, you're loading your body with so much. And then I was always drinking a lot of water to wash down the pills, and so that was triggering it. But taking them at night and being able to lay down and relax and breathe really made a huge difference for me. The third thing, this one is, take it as you will. This is just something I kind of discovered that I wish I would have known sooner. And that is, you don't absolutely need a pregnancy pillow in the very beginning, in the first trimester. I actually have 2. One was gifted, it's from Boppy, and the other one was, I bought off Amazon. And I wonder if I have, I'm going to see if I can find it so I can share with you guys which one I had. I'm on my Amazon right now. Let's see here. Okay, keep breathing, Hannah. You're good. Okay, I have no idea. I will try to find it and share it with y'all. But I got this C-shaped pillow that was, sorry, I'm still looking because it just popped up. Oh goodness, I have to scroll down because I've had a lot of orders since I got that because I was in the first trimester. Okay, anyway, we're gonna disregard that part. But basically, with the pregnancy pillow, I thought, okay, this is something I absolutely need because I saw a lot of influencers saying, when you're pregnant, you need a pregnancy pillow. But I didn't think about the fact that I really didn't need it that soon. My belly was barely anything, if even anything, that soon in my pregnancy. I think I started showing, like actually showing at like week 15. And even then, it's like, is she pregnant? You know, it was like barely anything. Now, and you know what, I'm going to show you guys real quick. Now, I think it's a definite yes, she's pregnant. I think I've arrived. But, which is crazy to look at my belly and see that this morning. Anyway, I'll tell you my story later about this morning. But anyway, pregnancy pillow. Yeah, I thought I absolutely needed one, but I had barely anything going on there. I did have trouble sleeping, but one of the things is you have a rush in hormones when you get pregnant. You have all these different factors that go into your body. So yeah, you're going to have trouble sleeping, and a pregnancy pillow is not a magical cure-all. So it probably won't help you that much in the first trimester. Maybe it will, I don't know. But for me, I can definitely say it didn't really do anything. And at first, I was like, I absolutely hate this pregnancy pillow. I wish I never bought it. Now, in the third trimester, I'm using it all the time into second trimester as well. I will try to share a link if I can even find out which one I bought, because I'm not seeing it on my Amazon orders. How weird is that? Oh, goodness. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, you definitely don't need one. But I do have some suggestions for pregnancy pillows. One of them I have tried. I don't own it, but it is the, oh goodness, I lost it. Okay. It's the Freedom Mom, like, it's like a gel wedge, and so it's very cooling. It's so comforting on the belly. Like, let me tell you, it is so, so good. So that one's my recommendation. Now, they have some other ones that I'm kind of wanting to look into eventually because I am having a little bit of discomfort with mine. Definitely sleeping better at night, but there's some kinks that would work out better if I got one that had, like, the beads in it. There are two different ones that I saw online. These are the only ones I could find with those, like, beaded parts, but I've heard really good things about them. One is the BB Hug Me, and oh my goodness, $209.99 is the price of this thing. Definitely, in my opinion, I don't know. If you're planning on having a lot of kids, which me and Jared are, maybe it would be worth it. But the thing is, you're getting that. I guess you could return it, but that's kind of weird to return something you've been sleeping on, I guess. That's just a lot of money. There is a, like, dupe, sort of. It's the Medela maternity pillow. It's $69.99, so, like, a quarter, third of the price or whatever. So you could go with something like that, or you could go with a wedge style. Like I said, the Freedom Mom, it's really good, but there's also the Boppy wedge, which is $15.99. Not very expensive at all. I think that's the sale price on Amazon. It was like 20 bucks. But yeah, I definitely want to look into getting one with beads, but I might try to find the BB Hug Me on, like, Marketplace or something, because I think it's ridiculous to spend that much money on a pillow. But I guess if it really, really helped you, maybe it'd be worth it. But yeah, I just wanted to share those because I thought that was, you know, maybe something I'd want to try out in the future. Okay, this one is something that I wish I would have thought of or known. Don't waste money on those, like, morning sickness sweets and teas and treatments and stuff. Now, they might help you. Some people, they tried, like, the Preggy Pop Drops, which I tried and they didn't work for me, but they might work for you. Some people love those, and that's actually why I tried them, is because I knew a couple different people who absolutely loved them. But for me, it was an absolute no. They are kind of acidic, or very acidic, and the flavor is too strong for morning sickness, in my opinion. And so it was triggering my morning sickness more than it was helping. So I definitely suggest maybe kind of doing your research. That's what one thing I wish I would have done, is instead of just seeing an influencer or someone who said, oh, I love this product, go and find the bad reviews and find out what they're saying about it. I guarantee if I would have seen a bad review that said, yeah, these are super strong, so they might trigger your morning sickness, immediately I'd be like, no, because I know strong flavors trigger it. They trigger my nausea in general. Strong smells do. So just kind of do your research before you go out and buy a ton of sweets and whatnot, or morning sickness treatments. It's just really not worth it, in my opinion. I will say, as far as teas go, Teavana has a lemon ginger one that I was gifted, and it's really good and helped me a little bit in the second trimester in the beginning. But that's when my morning sickness was kind of dialing down, so I don't know if it would help you or not, but definitely something to look into. If you're in the first trimester, might look into it and see if it helps you at all. And it's not super pricey or anything. I think lemon ginger in general is a good one to go with. Okay, this one I really wish I would have done. I wish I would have done all of these, obviously. Don't overspend in your first trimester. For me, it's like you find out you're pregnant, and maybe this is how you are too if you're pregnant. You find out you're pregnant, and it's like, I want to go get all the baby clothes, and I want to go get all the baby stuff, and I want to, you know, spend money on this and that and this. You don't need it that soon. And truth be told, not even talking about the fact that you're so early in your pregnancy, anything could happen. I don't mean that to be negative, but it's the truth. But also, you're going to have a lot of people in your life wanting to spoil your baby. Allow them to. One thing I wish I wouldn't have done, and I think I did this in the second trimester actually and the first, but is I bought baby clothes. Don't buy any baby clothes at all. Maybe find out like 1 or 2 outfits you really like, but don't buy like 10 different outfits. I have a large laundry hamper, well, basket for folding clothes that is full with baby clothes. Clothes that are mostly 0 to 3 months, some 3 to 6. So he's probably not even going to get to wear them all because of all the clothes I've been gifted, which has been awesome. But I also purchased a decent amount of clothes as well. And I really wish I would have just held off and just, you know, kind of waited until after my first baby shower, which I just had last weekend, and then went ahead and did this. Sorry. Then went ahead and bought baby clothes and stuff. I do have a second, it's a whole long story as to why I have 2 baby showers. Either way, I have one coming up in June, so I'm trying not to buy anything. What I'm doing is the money I'm going to use on it, I'm just kind of putting it to the side. And then you can just use Amazon. Amazon has Amazon Prime, and you can get stuff the next day, or you could have a lot of fun with your hubby or, you know, whatever, and go shopping, or your best friend, and go shopping for all the fun baby stuff. So that's something I have kind of learned. It's very hard because I'm like, I need to get bottles, and I'm nesting hard right now, y'all. Our apartment was a disaster yesterday, and in the course of 3 hours, it was spotless. Okay, now it's not very spotless because Jared came home last night, but I do want to point out that the nesting has been real. So it's been super hard for me to not buy stuff. So I understand wanting to buy stuff. I've been there, but you don't need to. Just wait. See what other people get you. Because one of the issues I had at my baby shower is I didn't get any gift receipts from anyone. Now, most of the stuff I wouldn't return, but there were a few items that I already had or had too much of, or the size, you know, I needed to get a bigger size or something, and I wasn't able to because I was gifted all of this baby stuff without receipts. And that's one reason I really suggest don't buy baby stuff. Just wait. You know, I mean, I'm doing July. Today is May the somethingth. I don't remember what it is. May 7th. So I have only a couple months to go. It's the middle to end of July, but only a couple months to go. But I would really suggest not overspending so early. I know it's been a long time on this point, but it's so important, especially if you are budget shopping, like my husband and I are. We don't have a crazy amount of money to spend on a $1,000, $300 bassinet for our baby, or this or that. So it's really kind of important when you are budget shopping to see what everyone else gets you off your registry, or even if they do shop on your registry, because at my baby shower, only like 2 people other than family shopped off the registry, so just FYI. But just see what people are getting you and then go from there. My biggest suggestion, I felt so stupid after I saw how many baby items I have clothing-wise. It was ridiculous. Oh, baby shoes are stupid. I know my kid's not going to use them, but I have like 6 pairs now, just FYI. I mean, they're adorable. They really are, but they're useless. That was free. Now let's go on to the second trimester. I realize I am babbling, but that's how I talk, so sorry guys. Also, I'm really out of breath and just pregnant. Okay. Let's go into number 2, or second trimester. First thing I have on here, I actually started using in the first trimester, but I really don't think I needed it until the second trimester. It's the Palmer's Cocoa Stretch Cream, or any kind of stretch mark cream. This, for a huge bottle, I mean, it's huge. I don't know how many ounces are in it, but it is $16.49. I don't think I needed it in the first trimester, but as my bump started to really expand in that, like, into first to second trimester, or really the second trimester, as that started happening, I started, I didn't get any stretch marks, but I can tell where stretch marks would have been, or I see like a few little spots where it's like, is that a stretch mark? But it's so light, I can't tell. There's no way to cure stretch marks or like keep yourself from getting them, really. There might be treatments out there, but I'm talking about like product-wise. However, there are products such as the Polymers Cocoa Butter, and the reason I went with this one, or Cocoa Cream, whatever, is because it was very suggested. I saw it in so many videos, so many good things about it. I will give you guys a little review here in a second of the product, but I really suggest getting one of those and using it often. I know this is probably TMI, but have your significant other help you, especially when you start getting big, like I am. I feel like a whale lately. Have them help you, because it's really hard to kind of get back there, and like, because you want to get the sides and the hips. So utilize them. That was probably TMI, but I really don't care. Next thing, we're going to move on from the stretch mark cream. Water. You need to drink water. It's good for your blood pressure, good for your heart rate, and that baby needs it. And I'm obviously not drinking water right now, but do it. Don't live by my example. One of the things I'm actually going to be buying, now I have a, like, I think it's a 30-ounce, like, tumbler kind of situation. It has cheetah print. It's super cute. I have one of those. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find this product so I can show you. Stop doing things. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'll get there eventually. Oh, goodness. But there's a brand called Reduce that I found recently. Now, I can't give you a review on this product because, sorry, guys. I can't give you a review because obviously I haven't used it, but I did want to share it with y'all in case it's something you guys want to use. So, Reduce has, basically it's an eco-friendly brand of water bottle. It's very sustainable if that's what you're into, or if you're like super into saving the planet, whatever. I didn't mean to say whatever like that. That sounded disrespectful. But if you're super into like recycling and eco-friendly and stuff, it might be a brand you'd really like. They have these huge jugs. Actually, I'm going to try to have a picture on the screen. They're huge. They're 50 ounces for $29.99. They come in all these fun colors. I'm kind of thinking about this like periwinkle color, but they have some really fun ones. That one or this one I think is really pretty. See if it shows y'all. Anyway, I'm getting this because after baby's born, I'm planning on nursing him and trying to stay away from formula if I can. I know for a fact, well, I know from other people that I know, that it's impossible to say I'm not going to use formula, because you don't know what's going to happen. Your baby might have to have formula. So I realize that. I'm wanting to breastfeed, and breastfeeding, I've heard you get very, very thirsty. And in your pregnancy, throughout it, like I mentioned in the beginning, using ice pops if water isn't working for you, but throughout it, you really need to stay hydrated for your blood pressure, your sugar, or not your sugar, your heart rate, all those kind of things. You really need to stay super duper hydrated. So I'm going to be getting one of these huge bottles because it keeps your water super cold. Kind of encourages you to drink it a little bit better. If you're like me and don't do room temperature water very well, this might be what you need. And $29.99 is not bad for what you're getting because it's a huge bottle. Has a huge handle, comes with a straw, and it's a silicone straw, I believe. Is it? Doesn't say, but it looks like a silicone straw. Anyway, so I'm going to be getting one of those, but I just wanted to suggest in your second trimester specifically, when preeclampsia is starting to get into that point where it's a possibility, I really suggest water, water, water. It really helps. Just in general, with swelling, all those things. I have been swelling like nobody's business, but I will say, since I've been drinking water, it's been helping me a lot more. One of the other things that I wanted to mention that I wish I would have done earlier in this trimester, like I said, well, I'm in the third trimester now. I keep forgetting I'm not in the second trimester anymore, is get some comfy slippers that are one size too big for when your feet swell. Something you can wear around the house, preferably memory foam, something that is shock resistant so that if you're walking around the house, you're not irritating your feet. I didn't think that I would have the swollen feet until the middle of the third trimester. Sorry, but yesterday, That's what happens when you drink Coke throughout the day. Don't do it. Yesterday, I was cleaning like a mean clean person. Like, it was amazing. And my feet were so swollen and achy because this is what I was wearing. These are from a Float Spa. They're like yoga shoe kind of things. They're amazing because they are really good for wearing out to give me something on my feet that's not super irritating. They're super soft on the inside, but they are not the comfiest shoes if I'm going to be on my feet for a very long period of time. So I really wish I would have gotten some really comfy slippers, house shoes to wear around the house. I'm going to have to get some pretty soon. So I just wanted to suggest, get yourself some comfy slippers so that, and one size up, so that when you start getting the feet swelling, you have something around the house to wear. I also, with that, would say, go ahead and, stop breathing, sorry guys. Go ahead and get a pair of maybe cheap shoes if you have to, that are one size up from what you normally wear or half the size. So that when your feet swell, you have something you can wear out of the house. So you have something at home and something out. Oh my goodness, my legs have been swollen, my feet are swollen. I do want to mention I do take my blood pressure, which is my next point. And so I know that I probably don't have preeclampsia because my blood pressure is fine. There's nothing wrong with it at all. So I just want to mention that. But that does bring me to my second point, which is get yourself a blood pressure machine for ease of mind. I have seen people, this is kind of on the same topic of technology, say, oh, you need to get a Doppler so that you can make sure your baby's okay. Honestly, I think if I had a Doppler, I would be more concerned when I can't find the heartbeat because I'm a klutz than I would if I could. I mean, maybe that's something you really enjoy doing, but I was really stressed out for weeks because I've heard, specifically one friend I have from college, or someone I know, she had preeclampsia with her pregnancy, and they didn't catch it until really late. I mean, to the point where she could have died, the baby could have died. It was a big deal. And so I've been kind of a nervous wreck about that, about doctors just kind of blowing things off. So I got myself a blood pressure machine. This one is $22.99 on Amazon. I will link everything that I've mentioned the prices of down below that I can. It's just a very basic blood pressure machine. Comes with a little sack. You have your cuff, and then you have your machine. It's super simple. You literally plug the cuff in right here, set it down, put on your arm, get into position. You don't want to be like moving around and stuff. And then you just push start. It takes it, and it also has a memory so that it can remember your last reading. So that's really cool. I really suggest it. It kind of helped my ease of mind. If that's something you're worried about, I definitely suggest it. The last thing actually has to do with soda. So for those who were thinking that has so much bad stuff in it, she shouldn't be drinking that, listen to this. I have had basically zero, I would say the end of this, because, let me see. Yeah, the end of this last trimester, the second trimester, I had zero morning sickness. I think I had maybe like one day that I got a little bit nauseous and threw up. But like, other than that, it's been really nice. Like I said before, I think it was like week 22 that it really stopped. I attribute that to soda, because I wasn't drinking soda before. And then I started drinking it, and this is really gross, actually. But it helped me to burp, which is really nasty. But I think that honestly helped a lot, because it relieved some of the pressure in my stomach, and kind of kept me from, like, feeling sick as much. I could be wrong about that, but I avoided soda most of the second trimester, started drinking it, and like within a week, my morning sickness started going down. I could be really wrong about that, but I just wanted to put that on there because I think it really did help me. I've noticed the other day I was feeling a little bit nauseous after eating something because I ate a lot of food. I took a swig of soda. I opened one up and took a swig and burped. This is so gross. I hate talking about this. And immediately felt better. And I just really suggest if you have struggles with morning sickness a lot throughout your pregnancy, just give it a try. See if it maybe helps you kind of release some of that pressure. The bubbles, you know, might help you out. I don't know. They help me. Okay, we're done with both trimesters. That's what I have for you on those. Let's talk about general. So going back to don't overspend so early, I have under the general category because I, even now, consider now to be early, but I keep wanting to buy stuff right now. I'm wanting to buy all the baby stuff, and I know I really shouldn't until I'm, you know, until I have my next baby shower probably, just to make sure that I don't overbuy and end up getting the exact same thing with 0 receipt. And yes, you can ask people for the receipts, but some people don't even keep their receipts, so they might not even have it. So yeah, just wanted to touch that one again, I guess, when I was writing these down. I wasn't thinking things through. Okay, this one's big. Order yourself a nursing bra. I will not have a picture on the screen just in case guys watch this video. If you're a guy watching this video, hopefully you're getting tips for your wife. I can't stress this enough. Order yourself a nursing bra that is comfy. Obviously you don't need a nursing bra when you're on maternity, but what's really nice is if you get, say, one size larger than you kind of think you need, so you can grow into it, because your boobies are going to grow a lot throughout your pregnancy and after your pregnancy when your milk comes in. I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of back problems today. It's because Mr. Man is ridiculously heavy. But if you have any tips for back problems, I would love those. Anyway, order a nursing bra. If you don't have a whole lot of money to spend on them, there's a couple suggestions I have for you. One being, for $12.50 you can get a Playtex bra. That's what I'm actually wearing right now. It offers a decent amount of support. I am bigger chested, so it is hard for me to find the right size. I went with an extra large. I'm usually like a 36. I'm usually a 36 triple D. Don't know if I should say that in this video, but I'm gonna say it for y'all because it might help you out if you're trying to figure out what size to get. Typically around there. Sometimes I have to size up even one more. That's my typical size. So an extra large was perfect for me. It fits well. It holds me up. And I'm gonna not spend a whole lot of time on the subject, like I said, for the same reason I'm not posting a picture of it, but just wanted to go over that. $12.50 for a bra, not bad. There's also one that I'm about to order. There's some nursing bras from Cakeye, C-A-K-Y-E. Again, not showing pictures, but I want to try those because they're like sleep versions. And there's also a Calvin Klein one that just went on sale for $13.93 that I'm going to be ordering here pretty soon. I don't know what size or anything would work for if you have like a similar chest size to me yet on either of those, but you'll see more of those because those are going to be part of what I'm packing for the hospital, so stay tuned for that. Sorry guys. Okay, postpartum undies. I really suggest this, or steal your husband's boxers, which is what I've been doing. They're so comfy, and they just work for the growing belly. But either way, get yourself some high-waisted undies that are a size or two bigger than you normally do, because you want them to, as you grow out with your belly, you're wanting the high waist to kind of grow with it, so it's not tight or anything. And plus, you get swollen legs and stuff. I've been experiencing that a lot lately. So I really suggest that you go ahead and get yourself some undies. That's all I'm going to say on that. I don't have any suggestions, actually, at all. Okay, two more things that are kind of more fun. Not fun, I don't know. They're not actually tips, necessarily. Breathe and take time to enjoy the season of life you're in. I was kind of like a chicken with their head cut off in the beginning because I saw this and this and this and this that I needed to do that, or I thought I needed to do that was suggested by other people or whatever, and so I felt like I needed to do it now, and you don't. Just breathe and enjoy it. I really suggest, I know babies need a lot of stuff, but a lot of the stuff they say babies need are necessities are not necessities. You don't need like 20 bottles. You don't need to have a swing, a bouncer, and all those things, although I've heard a swing is really nice. Kind of looking into getting one of those. But you don't have to have all that stuff. I would take some of the money that you're going to use on stuff if you are on a really big budget and go do what we did the other day. It's actually a gift from my mom. And usually it's about $100 for a package to go get a 3D, 4D ultrasound. Oh my goodness. And I'm not going to get emotional talking about this, but it was the most amazing experience. We weren't going to do it because we were like, oh my goodness, the price. I mean, $100 is $100 when you're trying to buy for a baby, especially on a budget. But I'm so glad we did it. And looking back, 100%, like next time around, I will do without some of the baby items that are necessities to get that done because it is so worth it. Here's a picture of our baby boy, Asher. It's just amazing how they can capture that. I really think he looks like his dad. I can see like the top of his face is mine, but the lower half, like the nose and stuff, is definitely his dad's. But it was just absolutely worth it, and such a big blessing to get to do that. So anyway, that just has to do with take time to enjoy things, get maternity pictures done. You know, like I said, don't worry about buying the necessities. Buy what is the bare necessities, I suppose, and take time to enjoy things. It's kind of like at a wedding. It's like, do you spend more money on the decor and less on the photographer, or more on the photographer and less on the decor? And most brides will tell you, I wish I would have spent more on the photographer over the decorations. Brides on a budget specifically, because some people out there, you know, obviously, it's not even an option for them. They can do both. But for me, I definitely, for my wedding, wish I would have spent more on the photographer, less on the flowers. Kind of a situation. So yeah. Can't breathe, guys. I'm so sorry. It's taken me a lot to get through this video. Last one. This one, it took me too long to realize. And we didn't have a big issue with me and my husband, but don't get so caught up that you forget about your hubby, or if you're in this with a significant other, like a boyfriend or something, don't get so caught up you forget about them. That's one of the big things that I wish I would have learned sooner. I got so excited about this baby, fell so in love with my baby, that I kind of didn't fall out of love with my husband, but I didn't treat him like I loved him, like I should have. I didn't focus on him. It was kind of a lot about me, to be honest. A lot about what, you know, I need for this pregnancy and stuff, but kind of forget that this is his baby too. He's going through all this stuff too. So just don't forget about them. Remind them you love them. Put a little note in their wallet or whatever you want to do. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of mention that because it's really, really important to not forget about them. But yeah, so there are 15 tips for y'all that took way too long for me to film. I'm going to go shut these blinds because our air conditioning's broken and it's getting into the 80s outside. Actually, let me tell you. Sorry, this has nothing to do with this video, but it is currently, well, it's 9:34. I had to refresh it. It's 72 degrees at 9:34 today. I'm going to tell you guys what Oklahoma City weather is for May 7th. We are supposed to get a high of 84, and tomorrow it's in the 90s. And our air conditioning's broken, so I'm going to shut these blinds that I have for natural lighting, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to have more pregnancy-related videos coming out. Leave your tips and tricks for each trimester down below. Specifically the third trimester, if you've been there, I need tips because I'm going into it. Well, I'm in it by a week, but yeah. And by the time you're seeing this video, if you're watching it when it first came out, then you will know that I have 10 weeks left, which is ridiculous. So yeah, super exciting. There'll be lots and lots of videos. I'm going to try to get as much content as I can out in the next couple weeks. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.